Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to start working on percent proportion. Last week we worked on modeling percent, but today we're going to actually work on solving percent problems. Get this all cleared up before we get started. Basically, there are three parts of percent problems. Sometimes you might have a missing percent. Sometimes you might have the missing whole number, and sometimes you might have a missing part. Okay, using the percent proportion can be used with all three types of percent problems. That's why it's the easiest of the ways to learn to solve these. Now, sometimes when we've been working on proportions, it's really easy to get from like the bottom number to 100. A lot of times we can just, how many times does 25 go into 100 and stuff like that. But with a lot of percent problems, you have to do a little bit more math to get the right answer. Okay, so the setting up for percent proportion is always 100 on the bottom. If they give you the percent of the problem, you're going to put it on top of 100, because that is the same way of saying like 35%. You put it over 100, just 35 over 100. Okay, when they give us the part, we're going to put it on the top. If they give us the whole number, we're going to put it on the bottom. There will always be one of these missing. Now, a couple of key words that we look for is the word is and of. That tells us whether it's the part or the whole. Now, when setting up ratios and percent, we always put part over whole when we're working on this stuff. Okay, so that's just something good to keep in the back of your mind. If you don't know what number goes where, it's always part over whole. Okay, so our first two kinds, well, we're working on these notes right now for our journals. Our first two kinds are missing part. Okay, so I'm going to use the letter P for my variable on these. All right, so our question here, what is 25% of 64? Now, we need to set up our percent proportion. What is 25% of 54 or 64? Now, here is all my keywords. What is, well, that's missing. So that's my part that's missing. 25%, they gave me that, of 64. The word of goes with the whole number, so I'm going to put my 64 down here. Now, with working out these percent proportions, we are going to cross multiply. I know how much some of you love to cross multiply, so here is your chance. So we're going to do P times 100 for this one, and 64 times 25. Oh, wow, that's going to take some multiplication work. Well, lucky for you, I already worked these out. And since I like to have the variable on the left, I am going to multiply 100 times P first, and that just gives me 100P. We just put them together. They're held together with multiplication. And the other way, 64 times 25 is going to give me 1,600. All right, so we did our first step, which is cross multiplying. So maybe in your notes, write first step actually would be to set up the proportion. Set up the proportion. Hopefully you have more room than I do. Step 2 would be cross multiply. Cross multiply. Multiply. And step 3 is to divide. So back to my problem here. Now I have 100 times P is equal to 1,600. Just like multiplication equations, we are going to divide out the 100 to get the variable by itself. Oops, I'm writing the wrong thing here. This needs to be divided by 100 on both sides. Those cancel out, and it leaves me with P is equal to, now here's the part that I always like doing. Whenever you are dividing something out by 100, you can either move decimals or these both happen to have zeros, two sets of zeros, so I can just cross those zeros out. 2 zeros is like dividing by 100, and that leaves me with 16. So what is 25% of 16? I would actually normally rewrite this if I had more room, and I would write 16 is 25% of 64. I would usually write it above it, but I don't have room for this. Okay, moving on to our next one. Let's see. What is 40% of 50? All right, there's my keywords again. We've got the is, what is, so that means that we don't know. We don't know what that's going to be. I'm going to use a P for part. Whole goes with the word of 50. And my percent goes over 100. No decimals or anything like that, just 40 over 100 means 40%. So that is my step 1 of setting up the proportion. Next step, cross multiply. So, whoops, a little messy. Okay, so 100 times P will give me 100 P equal to 40 times 50. Well, remember when you're multiplying stuff with zeros like this, you can ignore the zeros and just think 4 times 5 is 20, and then I have 2 zeros to put onto that answer. So 100p is equal to 2,000, and now I'm going to divide out, why don't you want to write here? Divide out 100 from both sides so that I can get the variable by itself. P is equal to, well, double zeros can cancel out, 20. So if I had more room, I would go back up into the top of this question, and where it says, what is 40% of 50? I would rewrite that to say 20 is 40% of 50. Okay. 20 is 40% of 50. You will be asked to restate the percent question on a lot of your work while we do this. All right, so that was for missing part. Now, sometimes you're going to have the missing whole. That goes with the of word. Okay, so 62 is 40% of what number? So it's our of that's missing. So I'm going to put a W down here for my variable that goes with the whole number. You can pick X, whatever you want. I just like to choose W when I'm doing whole numbers here. All right, 62 is, that means is the part. I'm gonna write 62, and we have 40%, so 40 over 100. And we are ready to cross multiply. Let's see, I don't want the same color. All right, so W times 40, because Miss Blake likes her variables on the left, so I always start with the letters. Gives me 40W. You could do it either way, go with either numbers first, but I like it on the left. So, and the other side, 100 times 62. Well, we just do 62 and 2 zeros. All right, so that was my step 2, cross multiplying. Now step 3 is dividing. This is a little bit different because we're finding a different part of the proportion. I have to divide by 40. Divide by 40. All right. So these 40s cancel out and leave W by itself. And 6,200 divided by 40 is going to divide out to 155. Okay, so if I wanted to rewrite that, I would go back up into my question here, and I would say 62 is 40% of 155. So I'm restating the question. Okay, next up, 18 is 30% of what number? So same thing, we're missing our whole number. Is the part. So 18 goes on top here, and our percent goes over 100. That's our first step, setting up the proportion. Next up, cross multiply those guys. 30 times W, 30W, is equal to 18 times 10. Well, 1 times 18 is 18. And I'm just going to bring those zeros with me. All right, that was our step 2, cross multiply. Step 3, divide to get our answer. So we're going to get rid of whatever is on the same side as our variable, because we want to get the letter by itself, the variable by itself. And when we work this out, W is equal to 60. Because 6 times 3 is 18, 60 times 30 is going to be 1,800. All right, so those are examples of solving percent proportion when we're missing the whole number. And sometimes you're going to be missing the percent. So this question, what percent of 200 is 34? What percent of 200? So of 200, that is our whole. So we're going to put the 200 down here. What percent, this is what I'm missing, so I'm just going to call that X to find percent, is 34. Is tells me the part. I'm going to put it right there. 34 over 200 is equal to X over 100. Well, now this problem we could do just equivalent ratios and it wouldn't be too hard. But since today we are using proportion, we are going to work it out in steps. Okay, so I'm going to start with the variable because that's my favorite. 200 times X, put it together, 200X is, is equal to 100 times 34. Well, that's just 34 with 2 zeros. Wow. All right, and my final step, I need to divide to get X by itself. So goodbye 200 over here and goodbye 200 over here. Okay, X is equal to, this actually works out to, let's see, if you think about it, if you ignore the zeros, 34 divided by 2, 34 divided by 2 is just going to be 17. And if I wanted to, I would go back up into my question, what percent of 200 is 34? And I would write 17% of 200 is 34. So I'm rewriting the statement once I get my answer. And last but not least, one more here. 84 is what percent of 400? So that tells me the whole number. We're looking for the percent. And 84 is, so 84 is the part. All right. So let's get multiplying here. 400 times X gives me 400X. And 100 times 84 is just 84 with 2 zeros. Okay, now the division on this one's pretty easy. Let's get rid of that 400 so we can get X by itself. Goodbye, 400. So that leaves me with X is equal to 84 divided by 4 is going to give us 21. And that is how you use percent proportion to find any part of a percent problem. You will be using proportions a lot in 7th grade, so this is really good practice for you to be going through the steps of proportion problems. Have a great day, y'all. Let's work on some more problems.